Hi, this is Frank Stallone, and you are listening to the Paulie Z Show. My man, Pots and Pans.
Yo, yo, yo. What's up? You're listening to the Paulie Z Show, and this is episode 11. And that coughing in the background that you heard was my guest for today, Mr. Frank Stallone.
Yes.
Say yo, yo, yo.
Yo, yo, yo. Well, I tell you, my new name is Coughing Frank Stallone. It's
Why,
usually,
are you coughing?
Yeah, I just had a cough. I think that water was too clean out here. You know, the air is so bad out here, I think I got purified.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, I am definitely in sick mode. I am more sick than I am healthy in life, which really sucks. But I underestimated how cold it gets out here. Well, first of all, let me explain. This is episode 11 is going to be part one of a 3-part series of podcasts of Paulie Z in L.A., baby.
There you go.
I'm actually out here with my producer extraordinaire, Alex, and we are with a little mobile setup. And
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah,
I
we're representing the East Coast.
It's like a real classy setup. Got Scotch tape holding the mic stands down.
Don't tell people that. It's all about the content, Frank.
It is content. That's right.
No one cares what the mics look like.
Nah.
You know, it's a whole nother world. We're not talking about back in the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is it. It's all content.
This is what it is, man. It's all mobile, baby.
So now, so we're going to be doing, we have a few guests coming on for today, episode 11 is going to be Frank, and then the next couple episodes we'll have a few more people from L.A.
Good.
So I'm actually out here enjoying the weather, but I got to tell you, I underestimated how cold it gets at night.
It gets cold at night. And, you know, you representing Brooklyn, baby, you know. It gets cold, man. The weather's been really sucky the last few days.
Well, I'm staying at my friend's place in Santa Monica. Actually, Benny Boy, who's a regular on the show.
Yeah.
And he let me stay at his place, and his heater is not really working, and I was freezing.
Tell him to pay his bills.
Well,
get the heater back on. There you go.
I bought him a little space heater, so I hope he's happy. But
Yeah.
that first night, I was freezing, so I woke up yesterday, and now my throat is killing me.
I know, because I know
I'm
you're very
sniffling.
neurotic about your voice. I mean,
Yeah.
I go backstage, I'm like drinking, ready to go on. He's backstage going, me, with his headphones on, like, me, can I have some warm tea? We're doing
Herbal.
shooters, getting shit-faced. I go, yeah.
How do people do? I don't get it. I don't know how people
Because, you know
do
what,
it.
man? I was playing the House of Blues. That's why I used to smoke cigarettes. And I'll never forget, all these people are like real nervous and all. And I'm backstage. I had those days I had a pink Stratocaster. I had the wire just stuck in my back pocket because I was just going to go on stage. I'm sitting there, and this is like a morning show. I hitting vodka, smoking cigarettes, just talking. They go, Frank, all right, 1 minute. Yeah, anyway. So I'm going, so anyway, you go, aren't you nervous? I go, nah. I just wanted to plug and start singing. I'm just so used to it. I've been doing it my whole life. I remember Frank Sinatra was like that when I was backstage. He's sitting there, hey, so babe, you know, with the Jack Daniels, just hit it. Some people are different. I went to Little Fair, and all the girls were there drinking herbal tea and honey. Get the
That's
fuck
me.
out of here. Yeah.
Well, you know what it is, though? It's like you said, you hit it on the nose. Your body is used to that. So whatever it is, for me, I don't drink. I've never smoked a cigarette
Well, but
in
you
my
better
life, so-
start then.
Well, then maybe that's what it is.
That's
I got
what
to
it is.
start.
Or start a little debauchery on your body, you know. It's like funny. It's all entertainers. Like when they were all junkies and all, they were better. Like, fuck Ray Charles. He's clean. He sounded great when he was shooting smack.
So
Georgia.
is that your advice? Hold on.
Yeah, I mean,
Is that
if
your
you think,
advice that I should
No,
start
I don't think so. No,
dirtying
Paul.
up?
No, I don't think you should dirty up, man. I think you could take a shot once in a while. But I mean, the thing is, but no one in
I
your
was
band.
drunk. Hold on, I was drunk, by the way, last week when we were at Tampa Bay on Irish car bombs. They got me drunk. So I was.
I bet you're funny as hell drunk.
I am hilarious.
Now, let me ask you: Does Joey and David drink?
No, Joey drinks but socially, and he does get drunk once in a while, but not it's not a
It's a
problem.
very healthy band. I mean,
Yeah.
when you think about it, I mean,
Dave
most
doesn't drink anything at all.
most bands are a bunch of dirtbags that are out of shape, and like these guys like take good care of themselves. They're and that's why they're very good live. I mean, some guys, but like the Stones, I think. Well, Keith is definitely. I mean, he has so much residual just stuff in his body. He'll never get straight. I mean, he'll be high. I mean, when he dies, they could burn his ashes and sell them, put them in pipes. Yeah, I mean, he's so toxic.
Listen, I honestly wonder about that sometimes. I've always questioned myself. I say, I wonder, what would we be like if we were smoking weed or doing LSD?
It's not your
this and that, you know?
personality. You're a type A person. See, I was never really into. Yes, have I done certain drugs? Yeah, but I was never into it. I don't like getting spaced out. You know, I'm like you. I have a vivid imagination. I like to rap and
You
talk.
don't need it. That's
No.
what I'm saying. You're like me. We don't need it, guys. Like
I
that.
drink and get stupid. I mean, I don't get stupid. I say stupid things, but you know, words don't mean anything. Words are just actions are what means stuff.
But
Words are just words don't kill. Guns kill. You know what I'm saying? Everyone says stupid stuff. I mean, if you could run your life, rewind like 20 years of your life, you go, God, I said that. Holy shit, I can't believe it.
But what about for your art? I always was curious. Like I remember one band before ZO2, the band I was in. There was 4 of us, and the 3 guys were like chronic weed smokers.
Yeah,
and one day I tried it, and we taped it because I wanted to see if it enhanced my art, and I was just. It was crazy. It was just feedback for 3 hours, and I'm like,
Yeah,
you hear that? You hear that? It's a symphony. It's a symphony. It was just feedback.
No, it's just white noise, man.
Yeah,
no. I was never a drug guy. I don't like getting spaced out. Like these guys, I know in high school, yeah, man, I did like 4 hits of Osley acid. I go, no wonder you're a moron.
Right.
I mean, Jesus Christ. And I felt bad that I couldn't do it. And someone said, well, Frank, the difference is like you're intelligent. These guys are like idiots. That's why they don't have a brain to mess up. They're like, yeah, how you doing? You know what I mean? They're just like, so they can just permeate their brain with crap and it's not going to do anything. Right. But someone that's intelligent, that has a vivid imagination, that's why people go, well, I get really paranoid, because their mind is working and they're taking in a lot of stuff. So when
you have something to lose when you have a brain, you know?
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, that's right. But I know guys without brains that are really successful in rock and roll. I don't know how the fuck that happens. You know what I mean? I mean, there's some guys, there's some dumb dudes in rock and roll.
Well, let me ask you a question. This is the thing I struggle with all the time. Is it possible to be successful in rock and roll if you don't drink, you don't smoke, you don't do drugs, you don't have tattoos, you have a brain, you have an education, and you just happen to, and you're just talented?
Absolutely.
Well, I hope you're right, because otherwise I'm doomed.
Look at Springsteen. He doesn't really drink or smoke. Not really.
Well,
he does. I know he doesn't smoke, and I don't think he drinks at all. Not much.
Right. So
Bon Jovi, John, he doesn't really smoke. He may drink wine.
You know what it was? My template was, Kiss was my favorite band always, and Paul and Gene were always those
real
were my
straight.
role models.
Well, you just asked.
Yeah.
Like probably the richest guy in rock and roll.
Right.
McCartney.
Just smart people and talented.
Well, see what the thing is. They're businessmen masquerading as rock guys. I mean, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I feel like Dom Irrera. You guys are a real jerk off. Now, I don't mean that in a bad way, with due respect. No. But I mean, in all due respect to Gene. I like Gene, I like Paul. But they are business guys that just happen to play rock and roll. You know what I mean? So they have the business bent. Most guys in music are more artistically bent, and they just have terrific management, like Irving Azoff and guys like that, And I'm not saying the Eagles are stupid or anything like that. I'm just saying, but they have great managers, so they don't really have to be, quote, the business person. I don't think Madonna is a great business person. I think she surrounds herself. I think she's cunning and surrounds herself with powerful people. In other words, if she didn't have those people around, I don't think she'd be cutting the deals that she's had.
Right. Well, how do you where do you put yourself?
The worst.
The worst,
yeah,
worst
everything.
businessman?
Yeah, I'm not bad. No, I'm not bad. I have not had representation for years, and it really sucks. I mean, I've been a musician all my life, and I've had hit records and stuff, and I always say, I deserve to have a manager and agent, but all my guys retired, so I have to do everything myself, and I hate it, so I have to farm out stuff. So it's really funny. I farm out. I got like 10 agents because they all suck. So all 10 of them together don't make one good agent. So I just figure, so I say, okay, a gig comes to me and they say, we'd like you to play here. Now, I've learned one thing, that the worst manager you can have or agent is yourself. The guy goes, I have the worst agent in the world. Who? Myself. Because you can't talk for yourself. You and I can talk bullshit about guitars, playing, and that's really cool. We'll go on stage because we're in our safe zone. That's what we do. But now when you have to talk to yourself to ask someone for money, what if you say, hey, we want to, play with my group. Yeah, we'd love to have you. How much you want? Well, we want $5,000. Get the fuck out of here. We're going to give you $1,000. And then you get insulted. But if you have an agent and he goes, we want $5,000. Oh, we weren't thinking of going that high. We talking about high. The guy's had a TV show for 2 years. You see them. They're great. Well, maybe we can go like $4,000. See? That's what an agent would do because he's not taking it personal.
Right.
You and I would get pissed off. Like I get pissed off at certain things.
Well, also, you don't want to. What I found was because before we hooked up with the agency group who books us now, I did all the booking for the most part.
Yeah.
And it was good in a way because I think a lot of the clubs, the level we were at, those people like dealing with the artists. But what I did find was you never want to be the bad guy.
Yeah, you always got to be the nice guy.
Right. So it's very hard to push. I couldn't, like, if I knew that we deserved more, I still kind of like, okay, we'll do it for 1,000.
But then the Jewish side came out. So that we do.
Yeah, it was like,
what,
okay.
2,000? That's split the difference, but like one.
All right, we'll take 1,000, but we want bagels and we want pizza.
But the Colombian side goes, I cut your throat, motherfucker, okay? I mean, so you got both. You guys like.
What is the moral of the story, kids? Let's have multiracial sex.
Get a Jewish agent. Hey, Morty, what? You breaking my? And I hear these guys talk, but they're bulletproof. They don't get. They never. I had an agent who was like that. You could say whatever you want, nothing fazed him. He goes, 10,000. Yeah, I want 10,000. Hey, he goes, look, don't break my balls. I'll give you for 8,500. Okay. So the guy thinks he's getting a great deal.
Right, of course.
But you're actually getting more than you want.
But that's sales. That's just pure
That's sales, man. See, we can sell ourselves.
Yeah.
But when you sell it to a guy that's on a business level, we take it personally. If they say, like, what we think we're worth 10 grand, but they think you're worth 1,000, then you get pissed off. You go, hey, man, do you know who I am, motherfucker?
Well, the other thing is you can't talk about yourself.
No, because then, like, you're
right,
a blowhard.
Right, if I was representing you, I can talk
All
about you all I want, but blow you up. But I can't do that with myself because then it becomes.
Then you look like an asshole.
Yeah, you just
Then you turn into Kanye
tough.
West.
Well, what?
No.
So what? What about back in the day? Like, did you have good representation?
No,
back then?
Always had. I had.
Why? What happened? What do you think?
I don't know. I think what happened when I. That is the ruination of my career and many others. What happened when we were starting out, there really weren't, when I started in the days I did, there weren't really management. There were booking guys, okay? So I did get management, but they were kind of quasi your friends, managers, and they kind of were good on the local scene, you know what I mean? Because they had a few groups. But they really couldn't make things happened. So we used to go to New York. I lived in New Jersey at that point, and we go to New York in those days and audition for labels. I mean, it doesn't happen anymore. We'd cart our equipment up and go to Columbia Records, and they put you in a studio, and you'd audition.
Like a showcase or something.
Showcase, yeah. I mean, and the brass would be there. I remember Donnie Einer and Ron Pellegrino, they were starting Millennium Records with his brother, Donnie Einer's brother, Jimmy Einer, who was doing all the hits like Grand Funk, the Raspberries, and all. They came down. They took a train from New Jersey to Trenton, which is the shithole of the United States, okay? We picked them up at the train station in our van, man. Now, this is like 1974, 74, in our van, and drove them out to like our farmhouse where we rehearsed. Okay, so you can imagine these are two execs sitting on a couch like with springs coming out. It was like a hippie rehearsal house, right? And they sat there and for like an hour and a half and listened to all our songs because they'd heard our tape and they liked us and they gave us suggestions. Now the problem was it was my group. I was the lead singer, but it was a group, Valentine. But he goes, you know what, man? Maybe Jody should sing that song. I go, say what? Motherfucker. Yeah. Yeah, man. I said so.
That sucks. That's the thing we're always scared of when they start putting in their 2 cents.
But you're the only singer, so that doesn't.
No, but you know what I get a lot is, you ever thought about getting a guitar player and putting the guitar down? Because sometimes when I do cameos with other bands and I just sing, there's a whole nother level to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's bullshit. You play guitar great. That's bullshit.
Oh,
I mean, I think that's just someone.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, no.
But
I mean, because what
but
you
I'm not
do.
a virtuoso guy, so it's like if I got a guy in who really.
Yeah, but then you wouldn't be your group. Then you wouldn't be you.
It'd be a different
thing. The thing is with you, because I've done some trio stuff, which I actually love doing, but it's a different style of playing. It's like when you see, like I've seen Hendrix, and when you see the original, like Zeppelin, it's not as spick and span clean as you hear on the record because you got to cover a lot more ground on just one trio. So I mean, you're playing rhythm, you're singing, then you're throwing your little licks in. But I like it. It's raw, man. It's like you listen to Hendrix. It's not perfect. I mean, you hear him live, but he's just got a lot of balls when he plays, and he has a lot of balls because it's an extension of his voice, on Paulie's voice. So, but I mean, if you had this like Yingy Malmsteen on guitar, it wouldn't be the same because you'd still be like, you might be uncomfortable.
Well, it is weird because when I'm singing without a guitar, I feel great. excuse me. But when in between, like let's say like through musical
You don't know what to
interludes,
do with
I
your
don't know
hands.
what the hell to do.
Yeah.
Like I just kind of like, I do the typical, I put my arm around the guitar player, or I'll just kind of headbang. But I don't like that space. That's
No.
I think why I always
Then you
wanted
turn
to
to
do both.
Kevin Dubrow from
Right.
Quiet Riot. Yeah,
Right.
no, I mean, he was like, yeah, I thought he was having like a heart attack in between songs, but I'm like that too. Now I played like I do tours, I do acoustic shows, which I started out as a folkie, so I do that. I do that really well. I mean, I really know how to play acoustic guitar.
Is
So
it just you or
just me?
Okay.
And then I have the band, which is the rock band. But I do both because sometimes I wrote songs that were so complicated that I can't really play them and sing them. But the keyboard guy I used to write with, Vince, he, in other words, even though I was writing it and playing along, but it'd be impossible to sing and play it. So those are times I put that, because I could do both. I'd put down, I'd go out and sing and blah, blah. Then I pick up the guitar. But see, it looks weird when Mick Jagger has a guitar because he's always been established as a lead singer.
Yeah.
So it looks weird because he sucks. He's just playing rhythm, which that's why I don't get it. Like when guys get guitar, signature guitars, you play fucking rhythm guitar. Like, the girl from the Bangles. You don't deserve a fucking guitar.
Well,
Or Kiefer Sutherland from Four. When the fuck, how do you rate a fucking lead guitar? A guitar.
because it's Kiefer Sutherland.
Yeah, but you
Doesn't
play
matter.
rhythm. I mean, the thing is, I get it if it's like, Jeff Beck model. But what is the model? It's a Stratocaster. It's a piece of plank wood cut on a jigsaw.
But if they put their name on it,
Yeah.
then kids will go out and buy
But it's
it.
the same guitar.
Doesn't matter.
It's like when guy goes, the Les Paul is Les Paul's model, right? Your model.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, what did you do? Like you threw up on it or something? You look at, like pissed on it. You got
Well, I
belt
actually
buckles.
I have some idea. I've been planting seeds with Gibson about doing the Les
What would your
Paulie.
guitar? How different?
Well, the Les Paulie, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, I have it now, kind of that I've done it. First of all, they have the pin-up pick guards. All the pick guards are different pin-ups from our album covers, and the inlays would be Z inlays.
Oh, so cosmetically.
Cosmetically.
Oh,
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
yeah.
And no, well, there's a couple other things. See, I probably shouldn't be giving this away because someone's going to steal this. But what do you think? I don't know. Yeah, Frank, you're going to.
I might
Frank's
steal
probably
your
gonna steal
shit.
my-
It's called the Frank Stallone guitar.
There's a
The Les
couple-
Stallone guitar. Yeah.
What I wanted to have, like,
The
you
Les
know what,
Frankie.
whatever. If someone steals it, they steal. Whatever. I wanted to have a built-in wireless in the guitar.
That's cool.
See, that was one
But
because
I
I
got-
run around like a maniac and my wireless falls out all the
Can
time.
I tell you something, though, Paul? This is the thing. Too many bells and whistles. If that wireless goes fakakta, you're screwed.
No, but because you can have it'll be a separate compartment. It'll be separate that you can open up, take it out, and you can fix just that. You
Like
understand?
Les
So it'll be
Pauls
like-
aren't heavy enough. You got to put more shit on.
I'm
Like,
6'2", man. I
That's
don't
right.
think
You can
that's-
carry. You need the bigger arms. Now
That's
you
right.
need bigger guns.
Yeah, yeah.
For the,
How-
Le-
oh, yeah.
for the Les Paulie, he's gonna have to start doing like preacher curls.
Before Frank came in, we were talking about a little bit. I'm like, hey Frank, I'm looking pretty good, right? And he goes, yeah. I said, how do I get guns like you? He goes, work out. I said, well, other than that.
Yeah,
Besides
just
that.
put a little more pasta on your spoon, so it's a little more weight.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. See, that's my workout.
Yeah, that's your workout.
was
But you're in
actually-
good shape for a workout. I mean, Mick Jagger's even though he's like skinny and squirrely, he's in good shape though. He's wired. But it looks bad. My man Steven Tyler's starting to look a little rough, man.
You know he's out, right?
Out of the group. How the fuck you throw Steven? He
No,
is
they
the
didn't throw
group.
it. He left. He wants to do his own thing, is what I.
But
read.
he is the group.
Yeah, but he's like in rehab again and everything.
He's a great singer. Well, you sound very familiar. He's a great singer. But he's starting to show his age a little
But
bit.
he's more than a singer. See, him and Jack. There's certain people that are
Well,
singers.
he's a performer.
Yeah,
he's everything.
He's got the whole package.
He's got real pipes when he sings.
He's like an icon. He's like a
He's Italian, that's why.
But no,
And
that's
Lou
what-
Graham from Foreigner, great voice. He's Italian. Hey, we got the pipes over here. So I mean, but the thing
Yes,
is,
but it's us Jews that get you the money. You, can
you
have the
get me
pipes.
the deal.
We get you the deal,
But
baby.
pipes-
8,500. 8,500.
Pipe schmipes, I get the money, you red bastard. But anyway, but the thing is, I've made every mistake. And what I didn't do with the managers and stuff and the agents, I didn't cut bait and run when I should have. Because it was like, oh, they're my friends. And then you get lured into this thing of complicity. And I said all of a sudden everything was going bad. Got a deal with RCA Records, by the way. And the worst thing that could have happened, Rocky came out the same time my album did. So we just went right under the vacuum. And Rocky, who actually, Rocky used to be my roadie. My brother used to help me move amps. Like now he's like the biggest movie star in the world. My album goes into shitter after 12 years of playing bars, right?
Wait, why? Explain that.
Well, because it was too big. I mean, Rocky. I mean, anything that was Stallone, all of a sudden. I mean, for a minute there was a lot of interest in the group. We did all the shows, Dinah Shore, Mike Douglas, Jim Neighbors. And people go, why'd you do those? Do you think it was a mistake? I go, mistake. We're playing in bars for $50 a night. They're telling you to do national TV. We figured we were together for so long. We were bulletproof. We were a good band. We had a deal in RCA, but we didn't realize that anything Stallone would get attention, and me being the closest thing, the brother. But I didn't realize I was kind of being used, because when I go on the TV show, I wanted to come and talk about the band because we were good friends. They go, hey, I said, and all of a sudden at first it took me by surprise. Hey, so what's it like being Rocky's brother? I go, what? Yeah, it's okay, man. And then so hey, is he really funny? I want to smack the fucking guy right now. So what happened was it was identity theft. So my identity that had always been Frank Stallone, lead singer, lead guitar, my whole life, the first half of my life, was all of a sudden just snatched away because I just got overpowered by something that was so big that I was really being compared to a fictitious character, Rocky. It wasn't even Sylvester. So what's it like taking a piss with Rambo? I go, what? It's just stupid stuff like that. So what happened is that kind of basically destroyed my career. For the first minute, it was great because we were doing all the TV shows, but bad management. Did not know how to parlay it, weren't smart, and say, okay, now back off, let's go this way.
Right, you could have taken that and spun it.
But bad management. They did, because friends, I should have said, hey, man, what are you doing? Da, 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 da. Okay, so stayed with the bad management because they were friends. I had nowhere else to go. The group broke up eventually.
Which group first?
Valentine.
Is this Valentine?
Yeah,
okay.
on
Was
RCA.
that your main?
That was my group,
That was your
for
thing.
many
Original
years.
material, everything?
Oh, yeah, original material, but played bars, but played original material, but would lie.
What kind of stuff? Is this like
Grand rock and roll? Yeah, just rock and roll. We'd always make up stuff because I say, well, here's a song off the new Bachman Turner Overdrive album. It's not out yet. It's all our shit. So we'd lie. So here's a new Bee Gees song.
Try that.
Do it all the time.
This is the new 30 Seconds to Mars song. It's called Painted Lady.
That's what we would do. Oh yeah, man. Here's you liked Feelings? How about this one?
Right.
So we would do that. We'd make up like groups that like, hey man, here's the new Uriah Heep B-side, and we just play our own songs. So we wanted to play our own music, right? So then everything goes to hell in a handbasket. The group breaks up. I drive out to California with the manager. And I end up, my career gone from being on a record deal, I end up bringing my brother stand-in Rocky III, which is really friggin' embarrassing. Standing up there in boxing trunks as a stand-in. I go, if I'm a musician, what am I doing here, right? But I need the money. I didn't have any money. So I was just stand-in. So little by little, I did things. I was playing coffee houses. It was a drag. I was getting like 30-something, and I had no gig. And when Staying Alive came out, because the Bee Gees quit, and I just kept writing music, and the Bee Gees quit. They needed music, and Travolta liked my music. I ended up with 11 songs in the movie. Had the only hit record and stuff like that, but bad management. So when the movie's done, I have the #1 record out there.
This is Far From Over,
Far
right?
From Over.
Yeah.
My manager said, I'm having trouble getting me a record deal. I said, you're having trouble getting me a fucking record deal?
And let's explain.
Wait, I got
Grammy?
nominated for a Grammy, a Golden Globe.
Yeah.
I opened the Golden Globes. Wait, you're having trouble getting me a fucking record deal? So I end up getting a record deal with the same company I did Staying Alive with, Polydor. I'm there, dude, man. And I should have at that point said, you know what? I'm not re-signing. I'm out. And first of all, you get 20%, which is too much, okay? And my solo album came out. They had a lot of high hopes for it. Didn't go right because they didn't have any chops. I should have listened to David Foster when he wanted to produce me. But I was an asshole. I was an asshole. Not David. I was.
Well, was it that, or were you just, it was a little bit of naivete?
It was naivete. It was being loyal because they're your
emotion.
friends and you feel emotional bonding. Well, who's going to like me if they, if I leave? And I should have, see, I didn't have a group. It was just me. If I had a group, I would say, hey, man, we got blow this pop stand. And it's like Hyman Roth said in Godfather 2. Was I upset when they killed my friend? It was business. That's Hyman Roth. So it's Hyman Roth. But it was business, man.
But also, you didn't have that support.
I had no support system.
If you have a band, one thing what's great, what people don't realize about being in a band.
It's a brotherhood, man.
Yeah, and it's like a marriage.
And yours is a brotherhood for real.
For real. And the thing that I love is because I get approached a lot to be like, oh, you ever think about going with singing for this band or doing Broadway, doing this, and it's like, I always said I'd rather be a member of a championship team than a champion in a one-man sport. Does that make sense?
Yeah. All right, go, hey, we'd love you to sing with this big group. Good. hire my brother and Joey for drums and
Right,
bass.
right,
We'll
right.
join.
Yeah.
And you keep your lead guitar player,
that's a-
keyboard player.
But that's a perfect example because at that time, who do you have to talk to? Who's going to support you? Make that
But you
decision
guys
on
are
your own. You know what I mean?
and you guys are so tight. It'd be like built-in like rhythm section. I mean, they're so
Yeah.
tight. So if you had another guitar player and a keyboard player, the band would be smoking hot. But I understand what you're saying, and I missed that when the group really broke up because they kept calling us Frank Stallone and Valentine, and we were a band. You know, we were buddies. We were good friends. We had so much fun that it was really hard on them, and I felt really bad. I mean, I pull up to a club. I didn't say it, but they'd say, "Oh, appearing tonight, like Rocky's brother." I hated that shit because it was really undermining them.
Did
And
you ever have these conversations with Rocky? Look at me.
With Rambo?
No,
No,
with
I didn't.
Rambo. No, I mean, did you guys talk
Yeah,
about
but you
that?
know
Like,
what?
did he understand how you
No,
felt about it?
they don't understand because actors are narcissists, and they only really understand what happens to them. You know, so I mean, and this is not his world, so it doesn't. You know, I mean, listen, I have no bad feelings. He took a shot. It happened. It's great. It was my fault because there was no handbook saying, okay, unemployable actor becomes biggest movie star in the world overnight. There's no handbook for that.
Right.
So what do you do when you're making $85 a week in a rock band playing in Trenton? I mean, oh, turn to page 4. You know, get good managers. I mean, you know, and I tell people that, man, I said, you know what? You have to know when to make the move because all of a sudden, next day, it's 40. And now, you know, I had managers that were a little too old and too staid. You need guys that are hip and young that are out there in the scene, man, that are out there hitting clubs, schmoozing with guys. I mean, it's like, you know, it's like a guy goes, I can't understand my girlfriend's cheating on me. Well, you're 20, she's 20, and you're 50. When you were 20, would you like to be banging a 50-year-old chick? No, you want to hang out with your peers. But that's the thing in music business. These managers and these stuff are young guys. They're like 24, 28, out there making their bones, wanting to make it.
And do you think it's just a music thing, or is it?
I think it's everything. I've had these old guys say, "What, you need a publicist?" I said, "For who? Fucking Robert Graham Bell? I mean, Alexander Graham Bell? The fucking guy's 900. My mother says, I got a publicist. The guy comes up, he's on life support. What the fuck are you going to publicize?
Well, I mean,
Mount Rushmore? Come on. You know what I mean?
But what about people? I mean, I guess there's a difference between someone who's older like that, but who has a lot of muscle.
But
You know what I mean?
they're retired. They don't give a shit. Guys guys like Irving Azoff do it because they want to do it. They don't need the money.
Right.
Billionaires.
No, I'm saying, but if someone like that took an interest, then it's like, well, then you got the experience and the muscle.
Yeah, he's got the experience and the muscle, but the thing is, he's not going to take on new clients. He doesn't need to. Now it's like Live Nation. It's morphed into something bigger. I mean, the Eagles in their 60s, they go out, do their gigs, and play and do their stuff. You need a guy that maybe works for Irving Azoff or that's a young guy in the company. That now you have the cachet. Now he's got the business. Now, in other words, while I'm with William Morris, it's not William Morris. It's the agent in William Morris. William Morris doesn't give a shit about you.
William Morris is the name. It's the moniker that gets doors open.
It's the young agent that loves you, that has the name on his letterhead. Oh, wow. I mean, all of a sudden his head like, wow. So, you know, Paul, you went like, yeah, man, I just signed up with Live Nation, Azoff's assistant. It's like, whoa. Now that's muscle.
And it's but again, it's just the moniker. It's perception. It's just like, oh,
yeah, but it's the agent,
right? I know, but the people don't know that. They see that's the first thing they see.
Let them see it. That's good.
Yeah.
Like I'm looking right now, trying to do my own reality show. I was with this big company, you know, and they put a lot of stuff in it, but they dropped the ball. So I went out yesterday, bought my own digital camera. I said, I'll shoot my own shit. Who knows my life better than me? Hey? So I'm sitting there waiting like, you know, well, Harvey Weinstein is... I said, I can't sit around and wait when Harvey Weinstein is ready. Even though Harvey's a wonderfully successful man, this is Frank Stallone's got to make shit happen.
Yeah.
So now they have all my footage. And they're wonderful people. I'm not saying bad things. But I'm just saying... you have to take your own destiny. So I bought my own digital camera. I'm leaving for the East Coast on Friday, and I'm going to shoot all my friends. Because once I get all those interviews,
East Coast?
yeah,
I'll
be in Washington, Philly, and Jersey. Jersey
that's
Shore.
cool.
Look at Jersey Shore. Is that fucking brain surgery? No, it's smart though. they got, and I'm Italian. Everyone's going, "Hey man, isn't that embarrassing?" I said, "You know what? Who gives a shit?"
It's TV. It's
It's
entertainment.
the fucking
It's
23-year-old guys down the shore. Like, what were you, like Menza at 23
Right.
on the fucking shore?
I think people get a little too uptight with stuff like that. It's entertaining.
Look,
That's what it is.
Italians always get hammered. Anyone that's ethnically, Jews,
Oh, yeah.
Italians, the black, they always get
Everybody,
hammered.
Spanish, black,
Yeah, of
Mexican,
course.
everything.
The only ones that don't are like the George Plimptons because they're too fucking boring. Or William F. Buckley, they're great.
There's nothing interesting to make fun of.
Yeah, because they
I
wear
like
bad
that.
fucking topsiders.
I actually, I see. I like that theory. I like the fact that people make fun of because I'm Spanish. You know, I'm Colombian and Jewish.
Yeah.
So I have both.
How did that happen? That's very interesting.
Well, my mom came over, and I don't know.
Oh, she's Colombian.
She's Colombian.
So
She
your
came-
father's like Bubby.
Yeah.
You need
Well-
a place to stay. We'll nosh.
No,
We'll
the-
talk.
The story that I was told is that my dad was owed my mom $300. So instead of paying, he gave her 3 kids. So we each worth.
There you go,
$100.
$100
That's-
each.
That's
He
our
gave her a rock band. Okay.
So anyway, but you know, I love, even though people get so uptight about it, I love the stereotypes.
It's just
because-
words, you know.
But the thing is, they always say like, you know, you were successful, you know, you got something when people are making fun of you. If
Yeah.
you don't satire something that's not interesting.
I'm doing this thing on True TV, and I go off on everybody. Only ones I don't go off on are Italians and brothers. You know what I'm saying? But I go off on like Middle Eastern and crazy shit because I'm watching these retarded fucking videos and I can't believe what people are doing. Oh, I get people emails, Twitter. Oh, Frank's like a racist. I said it's just words, man. It's a riff. It's a goof. It's a riff.
satire,
It's not like how I live my life. If I say stuff like that, it's just satire. It's bullshit. It's just a riff. It's not for real. It's not like I walk around and hate on people.
Right. And
But-
you know what's funny? The people. I don't want to get
The
so
people
much
that
into-
get-
the people
oh.
that get bent out of shape are probably the people that actually believe that.
Yeah,
they just don't want to say
They
it.
say, "Have you said stupid shit in my life?" I said, "Majority of my life, I've said stupid shit." What are you talking about? Once in a while, I have some good pundits that come in there, but I'm going a mile a minute. I'm like, "Yeah, hey, baby, we say stuff, but
Well, we don't
the
think, we
girl was
just
saying
talk
that
our
stuff." I say, "Hey, man, no one rolls with the brothers better than Frank Stallone." Listen, I lived in Trenton, in the ghetto. You think I would survive if I was like the person people think you are, or like lived in Chinatown? I would have been in fucking Tongan War. They were like, I would have been sushi tomorrow. You know what I mean? It's just words. It's just controversy. It's just bullshit.
I feel like if you're,
It's not my action. I mean, I'm from a my mother's like extremely liberal. My father's like off the boat. He's 91 from Italy, so he doesn't give a shit about anything. Is my dinner ready? I mean, that's where he's at. He said, "What do you think about the world?" Fuck the world. Bring my pasta.
But don't you ever notice? I mean, the people that you hang out, don't you ever notice the people that are cool with that, like comfortable with making fun
Yeah.
or whatever? Those are the people that generally don't have that real feeling in real life, and it's the other people.
It's because it's mirror.
That's what I'm saying. Because it's like when I. How do I explain? Like when, one of my best friends from high school, I found out later on was gay, right? And it never I went to art school, so I was around a lot of gay people,
Yeah.
lesbians and stuff like that. And I could play around, I can goof around on it and stuff. And even on the show, they have me and Jay Okerson.
That's
You
why
know-
your hair's frosted.
Yeah.
I know.
But you know why I'm comfortable with it? Because it doesn't bother me because I know who I am.
Yeah.
So I can be free with it. It's the people that get uptight. I always suspect.
It's projecting.
Yes.
It's like a guy that's like, "Hey, man, really paranoid about one thing." It's because, you know what? Like the governor of your state, Schnitzer. Where the fuck his name was?
Schnitzel.
Schnitzel. Anyway, sitting there banging on everybody, talking shit, being pompous, and he's like banging hookers.
Right. That's my point.
So he was putting up this thing, but he was doing exactly the thing, and that's why no one backed him when he got caught. They hated him because he was, he was judgmental.
He's right.
And pompous.
The people that judge in life are the people that are just mirroring what they hate about themselves.
Like
That's my
Tiger
opinion.
Woods, man. Listen, your nuts got caught in the ringer. Fess it, babe.
That's it. Just
And I
admit it.
tell my friends, they go, "Well, Tiger, that's disgusting." I said, let me look at all those girls. You're telling me you wouldn't hit that? Well, what do you mean? That's a different story. So now you're just ragging on the Woodman, baby. And,
Right.
and the Swedish girl ain't doing too bad for a fucking housekeeper.
But you know what?
She's gonna walk away with $100 million for cleaning diapers, being an au pair. She's not doing bad.
But no one's saying what he did was right. But the thing is, he's a human being. People fuck up. I mean, they just do. He
is a human being.
That's what I'm saying. But he's such a. It's crazy to me that he's such a coward that he wouldn't just say, "Yeah, you know what? Like Letterman, I fucked up. Yes, I'm a human. I fucked up."
And when you do it, and people say, if Clinton would have said, "I did not have sex with that woman," now you know he was full of shit.
right, just
That is jizz on her dress. What, did fly across fucking Pennsylvania Avenue, fly in the window of the Watergate? Yeah, President Jizz. No, he did it.
I dropped my presidential pad. She was looking for it.
That's right, baby. But if he would have said, I fucked up. Oh! No, I mean, but I mean, they would have said,
Like
see, the only thing they would have riffed on him, but if it would have been like someone hot like Cindy Crawford, people go, yeah, baby. I would have fucking done it.
Third term.
Because it was Monica Lewinsky, and he lied about it, and they're going, why her? You're the fucking handsome
I'm all
president.
about fess up, man.
If
Fess
he would
up.
have said, you know what, man, I really, and I'm not proud, and I fucked up.
Right.
People would go, well, you know, I've done that.
Yeah.
I've messed up. Do
Exactly.
a Jimmy Swaggart. You know what? If I said something that was really out of line and someone called me on and I was really out of line, I'd say, you know what? I really do apologize because that is not me. It's just a faux pas and I fucked up. And it doesn't
But
mean
that,
anything.
to me, that commands respect.
Well, that's
I
a
respect
man.
someone that can stand up and just say, you know what? I was wrong. I fucked up. But I'm allowed to fuck. Why
Michael
are we not
Richards-
allowed? Can I ask you a
Michael
question? Why
Richards
are we
fucked
not
up big.
But why are we not allowed to fuck up all of a sudden?
No,
Who
of
made
course.
these rules that we can't
Of
mess
course.
up? That's how you learn.
Of course you learn.
I
mean,
taught, you know, I work with kids. You know, obviously,
Yeah.
you know that, and people out there who may think it's just part of the show. The reality is that's what we really do to make
Yeah.
a living. So I'm around kids all the time, and when a child makes a mistake, there's two ways you can approach it. You either make them feel bad, that's like, no, why didn't you know that? Or, I'm glad you made that mistake, because now you'll never make the mistake again, because you'll
Absolutely.
remember. That's how I learned from my mistakes.
It's like when you play, like, I go like this. God, did I play a shitty solo on that song? Fuck, what was I? It was horrible. I mean, but I say, you know what? I can't do anything about it, but I'll go up. But I'm so weird. I'll go up the next set and play the same song again just if I can get it.
But you won't fuck it up again,
No,
because now
no,
it's
I
in
might.
your-
Depends on. I might be drinking
all right,
because
well.
I'm depressed because I messed up and I'm fucking up worse than. But so what? I mean, I've seen the greatest guitar players in the world go, holy shit, what a bad clam. They do it all the time. B.B. King goes, yeah, man, I fucked that note up. I got 8 good ones coming.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And that's how a lot of people write great stuff. Because I always, you know, one thing, I was never scared to make a mistake in soloing. Of
course
because,
not.
you know, you taught like, okay, you stay in the box. You stay
Yeah.
in a pentatonic scale or this scale and that scale. And everything winds up sounding the same. So you hit that one note that you theoretically shouldn't hit.
And it works.
And it's like, wait a second. That actually sounds pretty good.
Who plays less guitar than B.B. King? He's the most imitated blues player ever. He plays like 8 notes the whole song. You know, he might play one song every 12 bars, but it's a great note. So, when I was baby, they go, yeah. Yeah, but then you hear Alan Holdsworth, it's like, you know, 80,000 notes in 4 measures. And it's technically great. It's not where I'm at. See, I'd rather listen to old Clapton shit or old Page stuff. Well, Beck is a phenomenon.
Do you like Santana?
Yeah, I like Carlos's playing. I like his playing, but I love like Beck.
See, I don't.
See,
I
it's a
can't
weird
get
thing.
into- I can't get into
Now,
Beck.
do you like
I've
Joe
tried.
Satriani?
No, Satriani? No.
Yeah. Do you like
I admit they're amazing. I respect them. I respect Vi. I respect
Stevie
Ingrid.
Vai's a great player,
Yeah,
but
see,
it's not my
You're right. I'm
thing.
not. I'm a Jimmy Page slash. I love Santana. I love Frampton. Like I love.
You like
that
old
kind of-
Clapton?
Yeah, old
How
Clapton.
about Hendrix?
I love Hendrix.
Yeah, but you
you know
like
what? I just
ballsy
got into
shit.
Stevie Ray Vaughan just recently.
great.
But you know, as a kid, I really couldn't get. It was too bluesy for me.
Yeah.
But now I go back and I'm like, oh, that's the stuff. That's the stuff that I love.
But you really want to listen to some great
Angus.
old blues.
Love
Old
Angus.
Freddie King going down.
Richie
Shit.
Blackmore. Please
Yeah,
tell me
he's
you
a
like
monster.
Richie. Oh.
Well,
See,
yeah,
but
he's a-
Richie to me was the guy.
But he's
he was the-
deaf because he was using Marshall majors. But 200 watt.
You know, he's the
fucking
first.
heads.
He's the first to use a Marshall. You know that?
Yeah, but 200 watt heads each. 200 watt. I can't even lift the head, and I'm a pretty strong guy. So you're going to have double stack with 400 watts.
Crazy.
Are you nuts? Now he's great, but he's under. If you ask the average person, they'll go, "Well, hey man, I'm into John Mayer, and John's good. I'm not saying John's bad, but Richie's like a little more under the radar."
But it's his own fault because the thing is, I'm a big Richie Blackmore
But he was
fanatic.
like that.
He didn't do interviews. He didn't want to be talked to.
No.
He stayed out of the press. And Deep Purple in general, it's actually funny that we're talking about this because part 3 of my West Coast series,
Yeah.
you know who I'm coming in? Who I
Glenn
have coming-
Hughes.
Glenn Hughes, who played.
He'll tell you.
Yeah, he played with Richie, and you know.
He'll give you all the dope on that.
Well, the thing is, though, but like Glenn is another one. It's very, very underrated, under the radar, but one of the most talented vocalists in history to me of music.
Look at
But
Mike
doesn't get the
Coverdale,
recognition.
David Coverdale. I
See-
mean, if you saw him walking down the street, you would know who he is. Or Steve Perry.
Well, Coverdale? No, I don't know.
You think you recognize him?
Sure, sure. I saw him backstage when we played with Kiss in Lake
Sing
Tahoe.
his ass off.
I saw him.
Do you think he can sing?
Yes. But
He's bad.
you know what's great about him? What I like a lot, and we can talk about this with Glenn because they were in Deep Purple together. And this is why they hired him. I don't know if you know this. He sounds like Paul Rogers, especially the older, before Whitesnake.
Paul Rogers.
Yeah, and Richie Blackmore was a major Paul Rogers fan, and originally wanted Paul for Deep Purple.
But he was with Bad Company or Free.
I think it was between.
Yeah.
He was between, and Paul turned him down.
Man.
Wait, now check this out. So Ian Gillan, was the
Yeah, yeah.
successful Mach 2, right?
Yeah.
Richie never liked Ian's voice. He always thought it was not bluesy. Well, you got to understand why.
But I'll take it.
Right. Well, they were,
How much is it going to
he
cost
could
me
hit the high
already?
notes or whatever. But then the thing is, when they left, he asked Paul Rogers again, and they turned him down again. And then he looked through tapes, and David Coverdale was just a guy that sent in a tape. He had no band,
Was
no
this
nothing.
before Whitesnake?
Before Whitesnake, before anything. This was his first,
No,
project.
he's bad, man.
And he hired him because he sounded like Paul Rogers. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah. I just saw Bad Company on live on TV, and I got to tell you, man,
That guy can sing.
ass off, man. And same group except the bass player, Boz died.
But he can still sing. Like
and he
did
looks
back
good.
then.
He's
Yeah.
on stage wearing like kind of the bad rug.
That's
That's not bad. I mean,
But
because
he's in shape. He's got guns.
he's in good shape. No, but he's 60 years old, man, and he's singing on "Here Come the White Man."
That's what when people ask me, that's what I aspire to. That's why I do my honey and my tea, herbal tea, and this, because I don't want to be, and I'm not going to name names, but
What
there are a
if
lot
Paul
of people
goes-
that did 5-10 years and then they're done. I want, when I'm 60 or set, like Glenn Hughes. I saw Glenn Hughes. He's got to be around that in the 60s, and he is amazing.
Does he
was when
drink
was a
hot
kid.
tea?
He told me he actually does no caffeine, and he does a drink. I have to ask him about because I forgot. It's hot water, honey.
And
a
Jack
sage.
Daniels.
No, sage and something else. It's like something that
that's-
Paul Rogers told him, and he says it.
See, that's too psychedelic for me. I'm like, I drink some wine, and you know what the funny thing is with me? Total opposite. I drink cold stuff on stage. Always.
Wow.
Always have. I used to live on stage when in the East Coast. It would be like club soda with lime and ice, and all night.
Wow. And you
Yeah.
never felt that because
No, because I think it freezes it, and I just don't.
If I drink wine, I don't drink alcohol, but if I have a sip of somebody's drink or whatever, or if I have coffee or anything like that, I feel it right away.
Yeah,
Maybe it's
see,
just-
everyone's voice is different, and also, I would sit there and I would have, I would drink. I'd have a glass of wine, but I tried to do the Sinatra thing. I do my big band stuff.
What's
and
the Sinatra thing? I don't know.
The Jack Daniels. It was like drinking cleaning fluid. I couldn't sing because it's so alcohol. He's like, it's spreading the news, Jack. Nice to see Frank when Frank was losing his memory. He had teleprompters bigger in the studio, and he'd still forget the words. And he would always, that was his thing, Jack. Something in the way she moves me, Jack. So if you've got a word, he would go like this. I've got the world, that dame. He would just put words in.
Right.
Because
He was a great storyteller. That was his thing.
he would. Yeah, but he had the New York Hoboken.
Yeah.
Here's a song, but he always knew the writers. I don't know, right? He goes, "This is a Meyer Plotkin song." Fuck.
Well, you know what's funny about Jack
Because
Daniels,
he didn't
though?
play. Because he didn't.
Right,
He
he
was
was a
an
singer.
orator. He was a great communicator. But he would do that. He'd go. Didn't you ever hear him? He goes like, "Yesterdays don't want to turn that broad down. Shut her down, Jack."
Jack. Yeah.
But he would do that. But that's
He
he
just
would
throw
do
it in.
because he would he knew.
I'm gonna do that in my songs, but I'm gonna throw in Frank.
So
That's
that-
right. I'm gonna be like, she's a painted lady with a vicious streak of Frank.
Frankie.
Frankie.
No, Cheech. How you doing?
Ain't it a beautiful Frankie?
Frankie. But when I saw Sinatra live, I got to tell you a great story.
All right.
I'm at the Hollywood, I think it was the Greek or the Hollywood Bowl. I'm with a date, and she's not showing me any love at all. It's like, and I'm saying, wait a second, we got Boku seats at the fucking bowl with Sinatra.
Wait, you're not showing me love?
Yeah.
Do you know who I am? Do you know who my brother is?
That's right. I should have said that.
That's what you should have said. She goes, wait a second. That's your
Yeah, all right,
brother?
drop the trowel, babe. Let's go. So anyway, I'm sitting there. I said, what the fuck, man? All these hot-looking girls. I'm here with this piece of wood, right? All of a sudden, at the end of the show, it's tradition. Don Rickles comes out with they drink 2 glasses with ice of Jack Daniels. That's in the salute day. It was a great show, babe. It was salute. And I swear, may God strike me dead, he goes, is Frankie Stallone out there? Sinatra says this. And Don goes, yeah, I think he's right over there. He goes, Frank, I heard your new album with Billy May. Knock my socks off, kid. Salute.
Really?
This girl was giving me like fellatio already in the front row. No, I mean, you know what I mean? I was going like this. Now it's like all of a sudden I'm cool. But now I'm done with her. Now other girls are coming around. So I'm like,
So you upgraded.
no, I just left that bitch. So I'm just moving on now. I totally upgraded. I went from like a Fender Mustang to a Strat real quick. So, and I said, see, man, you can't diss people. So you never know, man. That was a better curve than Don Drysdale, man. That was just like, whoa, where that came. Frank Sinatra giving you kudos from the stage.
That's awesome. Well,
And
can
there
you
were
do it next time you perform? And if I go watch you, can you say, hey, Paulie,
Yeah,
I love your new album?
I will. But people,
get lucky.
Yeah, people. Yeah, say, hey, Paul. Your wife will like that, man.
Yeah. Hey, wait.
Yeah. Hey, darling. So anyway, I mean, listen, man, the whole thing, I would say I've had a fun career. I mean, I could use more money like anyone else. I could use to play more. So if there's anyone out there that really wants a guy that's had gold records, that needs to work more and has a great band, just call me up. Or
Well,
if not,
now it's amazing because you're saying you're doing a reality show. And
I'm
I've
doing
seen you
it.
on- There's a lot of other outlets, and this is what we're finding.
Yeah.
By getting Z-Rock, it opened up my eyes to be like, wait a second, there's so many different avenues to be
why
successful.
didn't they pick it up for a third season?
Well, what happened was it was more like we had our option period, and they weren't sure what was going to happen, and we weren't sure. It's a whole
Yeah.
gray area. I don't want to get into it too
Okay,
much.
yeah.
And honestly, I don't know all the details, but a lot of it had to do with because they tried to tone down the raunchiness to get sponsors. Well, this is what happened. Look, they got us. You know, it wasn't a big budget thing. They didn't know what to expect. 3 guys in a band, not actors.
Yeah.
We'll throw it out there. Let's see what happens. What happened was it was the highest rated original show in their history.
Yeah.
So they're like, wait a second, we got something. Anytime something is successful, you know what happens?
Well, let's mess it up and try to
Right.
get sponsors
That's what
and
it is.
ruin exactly what got us there.
But that's with everything.
Of course it
band,
is.
A band that gets a minor hit. Oh, okay, let's bring in these writers. Let's change it up. So what happened was they said, okay, we need sponsors and we want to open this up to a wider public and blah, blah, blah. So let's
don't
bring
be
down
funny
the cursing,
anymore.
Take
Yeah.
the cursing away. Let's bring down the
Well,
nudity.
then there's no
Let's-
show.
And then it's like, yeah, well, we're not actors, so what are we relying
What
on?
are we fucking with thespians?
We're telling a story.
Wait, Joe Papp?
But the whole thing is, the whole allure of it was that it was a
Well,
real
that's
rock
why
band
it's
telling
funny.
a real rock story.
Well, that's why it's
Yeah.
funny.
So I think, and they admitted that to us, and I'm grateful that they did, because they said, look, we tried this, we blah blah blah, it didn't work, it backfired. I think it was just so in a hole at that point that they didn't think they would come back. So now we're taking it, but that's a blessing, because now we're going to take it to
Another level.
Well, yes.
Yeah,
hopefully
I
a
want to
bigger
do.
network.
See, I am, Paulie, I am a child of radio. So when I grew up, everything was the radio. I went to bed with the radio. You drove your car to the radio. So we always heard music. So I've always loved radio. And that's why every time I get a chance to do radio, I love it, because I get really good reaction. Because radio is something you got to talk. You got to keep it moving.
Yeah.
If you're like, that's why Cousin Brucey's great with him, because he keeps it moving.
It's all
If it's a guy
personality.
like,
All personality.
hi, today we are eating mung beans out of my Birkenstocks, and we'll do anal with it. I mean, okay, no one's going to listen to the fucking
Well,
show.
what's great is you can't see what you look like. So
Yeah.
that's the one thing I love about it, is because it's all personality. You can be the greatest looking guy.
personality.
You could be Brad Pitt coming here. But if you can't talk and you don't have
You got to
personality,
be
no
able
one
to talk,
cares. Right.
and you got to be able to talk. So I'm searching around to get a radio show myself,
Well,
and I would do it called,
podcast.
I call it Stallone, Frank, that is. So, yo, what's up? And I'd have all.
I fooled you.
I
you thought it
fooled
was
you.
live, but it's me.
And open it like this, today's show.
Psych.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about this for a second, because the reason I started this podcasting, I didn't even know what a podcast was.
Me
That's
neither.
how-
I did Adam Carolla's show. I go, what kind of
is
shows is that? Where the fuck are we? We're at a table. I go, we're doing a podcast. I said, what the fuck's a pod? I was thinking of something you plant in the ground, like a pod. I thought it was like a lily or something that comes out of the water. I didn't know a podcast. And all of a sudden, I'm getting all these emails. People, hey,
This
man,
is the
heard you
radio
on-
of the future. my
Heard,
friend.
heard Corolla, man. You're great on the show. Blah, blah, blah. It is, because you can do it right.
Anywhere.
In your
and
front room.
what's great is what's interesting about now, and it's amazing. I'd love to. We've talked about it a lot, and I'm glad you opened up a little bit today, because it's such a different perspective. You came from the time that I sort of grew up on.
Yeah.
You know, my model in my head was like, oh, I want to do it the way Zeppelin did. I want to do it
80s,
the way
70 rock.
Yeah, 70s, right.
Yeah.
And the model right now is so different. You know, they leveled the playing field.
Guys do an album on their laptop.
Yeah. You
They
can make
go-
your own TV show, post it up on YouTube.
Yeah, they go on GarageBand. But the thing is, there you go. But the thing is, the difference is this. And I was with some guys, and this guy's a really good rapper named D-John. He's really good. And we're writing stuff for Rocky. And I said, man, I'm not. I told my friend Tom, I said, man, I'm not in this rap shit, man. You know, I'm a musician. He goes, Frank, yeah, but check this cat, man. This guy's articulate. He's a good guy, man. So I go in there, and so Tommy lays down some stuff, boom, 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 and the rap guy's doing his thing. And I'm saying, well, this guy's this is articulate shit, right? And all of a sudden, I start coming in with, like, power chords. And all of a sudden, he goes, whoa, man, that's bad, man. Because he's never been exposed to rock and roll. Right. It's rap. His persona is everything sampling. So when I was doing some Hendrix and crazy stuff, he loved it. He goes, wow, this shit's bad. And I go, yeah, your shit's pretty bad too, man. So when we put it together, it was very interesting. It's like when they did Run DMC and
Aerosmith, yeah.
How great of a record was that?
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing.
Well, it's crossing over now, even.
But it's brilliant. I mean, the thing is, I'm not like a rap guy. I mean, I think like Black Eyed Peas are not considered rap, and I never really heard them until this Grammy, and I thought, man, they're pretty good. I didn't think, this is my take on the Grammys, I didn't think Taylor Swift, listen, is she musically valuable to me? No. It's like Debbie, what's her name? Who was the one in the 80s?
Debbie Gibson?
Debbie Gibson, yeah. But she's going to outgrow her audience, and all of a sudden it's like those cute little songs don't work anymore. But who cares? She's probably worth $50 million. So what can I tell you? Hey!
I didn't.
So anyway, I didn't think Album of the Year. I'll tell you who I was looking at, man. I thought it was either going to be Black Eyed Peas.
Right.
But I was happy my boys in Kings of Leon got, yeah.
They've been around a long time, those guys.
10 years, but they're great. Now, see, that's what we need. What the fuck was Green Day doing? What are you doing? Hair? A revival of Hair? That was horrible. They want to see trash, man. They want to see kicking ass. They want to see, like, stuff. They don't want to see them all of a sudden getting all gentrified going, Green Day. What are you singing? American Idiot with, like, girl, oh, get the fuck out of here. It was like Wagnerian. What are you doing? Du Meistersinger? I mean, so it's like, well, you need to take a piss.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
Good, I'll take over. Yeah, I say, so, I'll handle this. Hey, listen. Hey, I'll run ramrod in this outfit.
All right, hold on. I want you. All right.
I've never fucked up on a radio show because the host needs to take a piss. Excuse me, I'm on Letterman. Hey, Frank, listen, man, you're doing good, but I really got to take a leak.
I drink a lot of water for my voice, and I always have to go to the bathroom. Every time we're on the road, I got to pull off.
Would you fucking do that if you were interviewing Jimmy?
Yes.
Jeff, if you were interviewing...
Well, it's either that or I would piss myself. It's one
well,
of
you
the
got
two.
the bottle, piss in it.
I'm not going to piss
you
in
know,
the
like
bottle.
urine therapy. You can drink your...
The bathroom is right there. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Go.
All right, wait. Tell the story about the Grammys.
Okay.
Make believe I'm here.
Okay.
Ready?
I will. Yes.
Go.
Hi, welcome to the Frank Stallone Show. Anyway, no, Stallone, there's the Stallone bone. Okay, anyway, this is what I thought about the Grammys. When I was nominated for Grammys, the difference was it was a music industry thing. And we did it. It's so funny watching him go out there take a leak. Yeah. So anyway, it was a music industry thing. It was musicians and other artists presenting other artists. Now you got comics, you got people who have nothing to do with the music business. And I just thought there were some acts there that, you know, I think Pink is a great singer. I really do. She's really talented. And, you know, Fergie, I mean, she toned it down Black Eyed Peas, but she was in a group called White Orchid, and she can sing her ass off. She can do everything Beyonce, Mary J. Blige, all those girls can do. She's really a great singer. And I never really heard the Black Eyed Peas, and I saw them on a show. I said, man, they're great. It's interesting. It's different sound. It's kind of cool, you know? But I think they should get rid of, nobody wants to see the president of the Academy. Fuck off, you know? Nobody, when you're watching the show, no one wants to see a guy comes out that gets his 10 minutes of fame. Hi, I'm the president of the recording. Who gives a shit? Like, we want to see something cool. Jackson tribute. Why didn't you have the Jacksons do it? It's not like they only sold 50 million records as the Jacksons. They're not dead. So why did you have them come out and do the tribute? They should have totally been on the tribute, right? I think so. And, you know, I've been watching that show, The Jacksons. It's actually pretty cool. It's not bad. I mean, yeah, I know the guys. Here he comes. All right, zip it up, will you, pal? Anyway, so I just thought I think it's getting very generic, and it's real commercials. It's like the same bullshit that happened to MTV music all day, MTV. Then all of a sudden now it's like candy, it's politics, it's Skittles and bullshit. And it's punk. And then they say, okay, let's get something more serious. We'll go to VH1.
Right.
But now it's all commercial bullshit. It's all about, like you're saying with your show, it's about selling airtime.
Right. Everything you just said in the last 3 minutes, I agree with. 100%.
I know. That's right. He had a
feel so
podcast mic.
We need a wireless headphone.
I think you need a wireless toilet.
Yeah.
They should get him like a porta potty so he just sits there and just takes.
I feel so much better now,
Like,
though.
I think what you need for your next show is like a bedpan. Ask Gibson to make you one. Make it look like a
Gibson
giant
bed.
pick. Yeah, yeah,
I'm not gonna drink no more water from now on.
yeah. No, but I mean the thing is, it's exactly what you said about your show. You know, when I had my group Valentine, man, my hair was like Paulie's, real long, and we just had like kind of
Real awesome.
Yeah, really kind of good equipment, but old shit. And we were great. And all of a sudden I go, hey, man, why don't we start dressing up and getting some cool outfits and shit, add a horn player. And it kind of fucked it up because it was better when it was like loose like that, you know? And then when you try to get like real, it's like when you see a group that's
Polished,
really,
right? Like,
yeah, like you can see a group that's really gnarly and all of a sudden now they're like on the cover of like, you know, AARP. What the fuck? Like Keith Richards would never do that.
well, that's
Keith Richards going down in flames like he is. He's never going to all of a sudden go, right. Like he turned down knighthood. He said, fucking bloody hell, fucking knighthood, back off. You know,
right. AC/DC like that too. Jeans and t-shirts always.
they got so much dough.
But the thing is,
it's
interesting you say that because.
But he should get rid of the shorts. It's enough already. Right. Now it's like fucking child's play, Chucky.
Right.
Okay, it's
He's
enough.
like
Got bad tap out up top, like no cuts. Fucking no. And the other guy, why is the other guy wearing a stupid fucking hat? Is he
that's
bald?
his look. No, it's just. His
I don't like AC/DC. I can't. Every song sounds the same. I can't stand it.
It's look. It's a winning formula for them.
It is. It's one fucking song for 3 hours. The same song. You never. It's like a great ballad. It's not like even like I don't like metal, but you got to give Metallica. They've done some pretty good ballads. It's like Soundgarden. I thought that Super Unknown was a great album with Black Hole Sun and also he's a great singer, Chris Cornell.
See, I like bands like that. I was always into bands that could be the heavy.
But he sucked in Audio Slave because everything was slow. Everything was like.
No, that's not true.
But when he was
Audio Slave, are you kidding me?
But Chris Cornell and Soundgarden though was like fucking bad.
That's
Get
the difference.
Off my way.
That was That was raw, and then
great.
Audio Slave was like very like polished. That was professional.
Yeah, but why do you have one bald guy? You have everyone with good hair, and you have one guy like a fucking.
Which band?
In Audio Slave. Didn't the lead guitar? It's Velvet Revolver.
Oh, you're talking about Velvet?
Yeah.
Tom Morello.
Yeah.
No, hold on. Velvet Revolver has the bald guy. Audio Slave has Tom Morello's like crew cut basically, but he always wears a hat, so it's not like you can tell.
Yeah.
So
Did you like Velvet Revolver?
Yeah, I mean, here's my thing with them.
I like STP better.
Yeah. So I think each individual band was better, but they only, it's hard with bands like that because they need time to grow. If you take this guy from that band and that guy from that band, and you take them out of their band and put them together, it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get great stuff.
It's like when John Fogerty left Creedence. Forget it.
But the thing is, I actually thought they had potential. Like I think they had some really great. The two albums are very, very good.
I'd rather see the original group.
Yeah, of course.
Like Guns N'
everybody
Roses.
would rather.
Here's the question. Let me ask you this: Guns N' Roses, Axl, what the fuck are you doing, and where have you been? He's had Rumbo Studios booked for like 12 years. I mean, what? I mean, do you guys hate on each other so bad you can't get together and go out and gig?
Yeah, they do.
Why? I mean, Slash is the one guy through good, bad, and different. He keeps working. He stays in the game, and so does Duff, and so does they.
Yeah.
They stay
Duff
in.
has his own band, right?
They stay in the game. Slash more than anything. Slash don't give a shit. You saw at the Grammys. He'll play with anybody. He just likes to play.
Well, he's working, right? He's a working musician.
But he likes to play.
Right.
He digs it. He'll play with this thing.
I remember seeing when I was a kid. I remember what blew my mind when he came out with Michael Jackson. I was like, because I'm a big Jackson fan.
But he likes to play, man.
Yeah.
And the thing is, so I give him credit for that. And I say, I mean, Axl, I don't know why they hate on each other. I mean, if Axl took the extensions out, or whatever, cornrows, and dropped some weight, because he used to be in good shape. He looked good. If the original Guns N' Roses went out, that'd be a major tour.
Well, I mean, it's probably the biggest tour.
How much money do you think they have? I don't know. Are their lifestyles? Are they broke? I don't think Slash is. I think Slash is pretty good because he works. But Axl, you don't know with their lives. I mean, I bumped into, what's his name, Stevie Adler, the original drummer.
Right. He had a rough
Yeah,
time,
but you know what, man? I saw him at the Rainbow. He looked great. He was real
Yeah.
clean.
We played with him. We played with him in Long Island. He looked pretty
Recently?
good. Yeah.
He
And
looks good.
I just saw him at Nam too.
But he looks good.
Yeah, he's doing better.
And I told him, I said, Stevie, man, I said, look, man, there's no more drugs. You can't, I mean, there's no more drugs to do, okay? It's like, I can't drink anymore that I've drank. I said, you look great, man. You want to play? He goes, I said, he's not slurring.
No, like I said, I just saw him at Nam, and he seemed pretty. First of all, why weren't you at Nam?
I was at Nam. I'll tell you
were at
I'll
Nam.
tell you what happened with Nam. Okay, I went to Nam. I drove up, got a hotel right next door, and I said, yeah, okay, we're going to rock, man. So I was rocking around all day. I went out the night before, and I knew I shouldn't have gone out with my friend.
Uh-oh.
And
Which friend is this? Is this the guy that
my friend Gary. Now, we were drinking, hanging out, going to club. I said, man, because I was ready to crash out in bed. I said, I got a big day tomorrow. I'm going to drive to Nam, going to hang out. I knew, so I woke up, I felt like, Coors Light and Minsky's on my head. Not hungover, but just a little out of it. I don't drink that much to get hungover. So anyway, I drove up, checked in the hotel, was walking around, okay, man, let's go back, and we'll hook up for the party like the Hilton. I went back to my hotel room and
out. Because Friday night?
Saturday night.
Saturday night.
And I said, oh, man, I'm hearing all the noise going outside. But I was comatose. I couldn't move. I just said, I so don't want to get out of my bed. I sat with my laptop, and I just went to sleep, woke up at like 6 in the morning, and drove home. So I spent like $250 for the hotel.
Oh, my God.
Because the thing is, because when you're a NAMM show, you're going to walk. It's tiring.
Yeah.
You walk around.
For the people that don't know NAMM, a lot of people don't know what we're talking about. NAMM is a big music convention that they have every year.
Anaheim.
In Anaheim, and it's like all the music dealers and companies get together from around the world.
And you bump into a lot of your friends.
Yeah, it's a trade show.
It's
basically.
great.
The
It's
giant
great.
trade show.
Yeah, and you get really tired. And you play more guitars. You see more guys copying guitars. More guys trying to
Autographs,
cut
pictures.
each other. Yeah, it's just like, all right, blow me, will you? Here, can I sign? No, I don't want your pick, okay? I got some strings from Roto Sound, which I was happy with. Even though Roto Sound is not my strings. I use D'Acquistos.
I'm a GHS guy.
GHS. Hey, you know what? I'm whoever sends that shit free, baby.
I'm pretty loyal, actually.
I am loyal to D'Acquisto, and I'll tell you what. And they go, well, the guy goes, well, I have this new guitar. I said, look, man, I'm straight up. I play Les Pauls, or I play Fender. That's it. I play 4 guitars. I play a Telecaster. I play a Stratocaster. 90% of the time, I play a Les Paul, and I have a 355 stereo.
I play one guitar.
Yeah.
Les Paul Classic.
I love. That's why. Yeah. You remember my red one I brought?
Yeah. I love that one.
I love Les Pauls because you know what? It does everything they all do. They do everything they do. I mean, you want power, you want pop, you want this. They do it.
And it
all.
just looks. It's
And
like a
they're bad.
woman. I love it.
And you got to be a man to carry that bitch.
Wow, I'm a man.
That's
man.
right, man.
Well, listen, Frank. I want to because we're running out of time, but I want to the whole angle of my particular podcast is it's rock and roll and food.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I always ask my guests about some food. So I wanted to. I just was. I guess when it was we came in for NAMM, we bumped into
Rainbow.
you at the Rainbow,
Right.
and we sat down. We had
And
dinner.
you were eating fried puffballs or something. I
no,
said,
cheese mozzarella sticks.
yeah.
And
So it's like putting like motor oil in your body.
well, and then I had ravioli Alfredo. Guacamole.
Hey, how come I can't get cuts, man? And I said, well, there you go.
Well, listen. Your friend told me, by the way, I should get an echocardiogram with all the food that I've been eating. But
Yeah,
anyway,
but you blow it out. You're all set.
let me ask you real quick let's talk about the Rainbow because it's one of my favorite places
Yes,
to eat
I love
out
it.
here, and I have yet to review it. So just give me a real quick some of the things you like to eat. over
Okay,
there.
I've been going there 30 years.
Yeah.
It's all
What do you
Italian
order?
guys from Chicago. Obviously, I don't, once in a while, if I go, purge myself. Their pizza's the best.
Well,
Their pizza's awesome.
here, not New York.
Well, it's kind of it's like Chicago. It's pretty close.
Close, yeah.
You don't
but
think
its
so?
pizza is good. It's not.
You
New
know
York,
you're from
but
New
it's
York.
Very close. It's very close.
Pizza.
Pizza.
Yeah, fucking pizza's good.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
their
know that
pizza-
Gloria?
That pizza is pretty good.
Yeah, pizza. So,
It's good though. I do like it a lot. Yes.
so this is not as good as their tuner on rye. But anyway.
Fuck you.
Okay.
What else? What do you order? Come on.
I order simple shit. Like their Greek salad.
Right.
Their soups are amazing.
Chicken soup.
Yeah, their soup is great.
The soup is the most amazing soup I've ever had in my
Yeah,
life.
the food is really good there.
Have you had the filet mignon ever?
Oh yeah, I've had everything there.
Oh,
and
filet-
also their escargot is pretty good, which I like
I don't do
snails.
I don't do that.
Yeah, I do.
I just had the other day. I know
Cheese
you.
balls.
You
What?
probably
What?
The mozzarella cubes are.
Why don't you do
incredible.
this? Do the mozzarella cubes stuffed with escargot. So you bite into it like a snail antenna comes out.
Have you? Well, just for the listeners out there, I usually run through some of the things. Let me grab my iPhone with my list of stuff to order and not to order, real quick. And you tell me if you had any of this stuff. What I just had the other day blew my mind. It was the raspberry truffle cheesecake.
Where there?
There.
I've never had that.
Unreal. bro, unreal. It's I know it's not good for the guns, but all right, here we go. Real quick, ready? Filet mignon, amazing. Chicken soup, greatest chicken soup in the world. The mozzarella cubes, unbelievable. And you had it. I forced you to have it, and it was good. Come on. Those were good. If you were going to purge.
Couldn't take a shit for 3 days,
Right.
but it was good.
Well, that's a different story.
Blocked my colon.
The guacamole is incredible. Their salads are great.
Yeah.
Oh,
and the waitresses ain't bad either.
Oh, no. The waitresses are hot. What about, tell me you've had the ravioli.
Yeah, I think I have.
I asked them why it's so good. It's probably the best. I've been to Italy, and the food over there, it's like I couldn't come back here and eat Italian food, but that was as close as I ever got. And they said they import it from Italy.
Yeah, because that's why McDonald's and Wendy's doesn't fly in Italy, because Italians, first of all, live at home until they get married, and they're spoiled. And they like good food, and they're not gonna eat that shit. Italians like good food. You know, it's just like the riffraff eat fucking McDonald's. I've done it when I've gotten too drunk. I've eaten at McDonald's. It takes me like 3 days to recover from all the nitrates and fossil fuels and shit that's in it. But
believe it or not, their burger is incredible too.
No, it's
all
good.
It's like $8.95, and you get the.
Were you there that night, man? It's just, Mike and Tony and Mario.
Oh,
it's just,
them. The
I'm
vibe is great.
I'm part of the family. I don't use the public bathroom. I use the back bathroom.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Wait, why can't I use the back bathroom?
Well, you got to put your time in, dog.
I've been putting my time in. I come over here all the way from Brooklyn for how many years? 8 years, 7 years?
Yeah.
Since I was a kid. And you know what's funny?
I'll
tell you one thing real quick.
Maybe
that's why I don't care. But
drink.
I'll tell you one thing about Mike Weber. I went there the very first year I went to NAM. This might have been 7, 8 years ago. And we'll end off with this, with the rainbow. Basically, I went in there and nothing. We didn't have, I don't even think we did the KISS tour yet, or maybe we did. And we came in, and it was just a kid from Brooklyn. I said, hey, here's my name. My band's DO2, and we're going to be famous rock stars. Like, hey. He goes, hey, Paulie. And he treated me.
They're the best.
Just the same as if freaking Robert Plank would have walked in. And I couldn't believe it. That's just the way it is.
And you know what the funny thing is? They're old school. They're older guys that wear suits.
Yeah.
It's a rock, metal, speed, freak club. And Mike and Tony, they wear suits. It's like, well, with the hair perfect. Yeah. Hey, can I help you?
It's like Goodfellas.
Yeah, they're like for Chicago, like Joey 2 times. Hey, can I help you? Sure, help you. And the thing is, they treat everyone the same. Yeah. My mother goes in there. We came on Thanksgiving. My mother and I got shit-faced all the time. And my mother's up there. And we sit there. You see everyone. It's like dinosaurs, young kids, up-and-comers. And I tell guys, man, the hottest-looking chicks go to the Rainbow. And I get my table. See,
What's your table? Is that one over
number
there?
2, baby?
Yeah. See, I like number 8.
Yeah. No, I like number 2, and I like number 8 too.
8's
or I like
you can't have. Just so you know, you can't have 8 anymore. That's my table.
We'll see what happens. We both
right,
collide at the same time. So
let's go to the Rainbow tonight and both ask for number 8.
Yo,
Let's see who gets it.
Who has more pop? No, but listen. I just want to tell people out there. I am always online. I'm on Facebook. You can always tell me on Facebook. I'm sitting there riding a horse. I'm riding a horse.
What are the plugs? Give them the sites.
And MySpace, Frank Stallone Music.
Right.
I don't know why MySpace is getting hated on. MySpace was the best one. It's the best one for music, though.
It still is, but it's just everyone keeps moving on. Their attention span. But
Twitter is okay.
Give him all the.
Okay.
Give him everything.
Twitter, Stallone 4 Real.
Okay.
4, the number 4 Real. Yo.
Facebook.
Facebook is I forget what it is. Facebook,
geez.
but I'm sitting. You can't miss it. I'm riding a horse. Sometimes I'll see Facebook. It'll be like a Chinese guy. That's not me. I just can't, I can't copyright my name. I said, if you see a guy like with chopsticks, it's not me.
You got to do it first. That's the problem.
Yeah.
You know what I do? I just Google Frank Stallone or Paulie's or whatever it is. I Google, and then you just get everything there.
And you'll know what it is.
Yeah.
I'm on a horse, and on MySpace, I'm sitting there playing a J200 in a white shirt. And I love it, and I really do respond. I don't, when people give me some hate and stuff, I just blank them out. When they say stuff or assume things about me, I just Twitter them. I said, you don't know me, man. You know what I'm saying?
Well, listen.
I said,
I hate to cut you up, but we definitely are going over our time.
Yeah.
People probably in there driving home.
Well,
and
you
like,
should,
wait,
because this is the last time I'm doing the show.
No. Wait, hold on a second. First of all. Well, if I get table number 8, that'll be the end of our friendship.
Okay,
right
that's right.
No, but I do want to just thank you before. I want to make sure that everyone knows to go check your stuff out. You've done everything. You're doing TV, movies, music. You got it. This guy's voice is amazing.
Oh, thank you.
And it's very Mark Farner to me. He's one of the best.
I love Mark Farner.
Yeah, and you have that tone.
But bad hair. Mark's hair.
And you have good hair.
Yeah, Mark's got to get that airstrip fixed in the middle.
Well, listen, would you like to come back at some point? Did you have fun?
I had a blast. I'm telling you, I could stay on radio all day.
Yeah.
I love it. It's the best.
Not radio, podcast. And before we go, I need
How
you
about
to-
I'll do a country one called Sodcast.
There you go.
So we'll sit there like cut sod. Yeah. Put like an antenna in the ground. Yeah.
Or the Oddcast.
Or the
There you go.
Oddcast.
Yeah, I like that. Listen, guys, this is episode 11, and my good buddy Frank Stallone, and you can also see him on episode 3 of Z-Rock from season 2,
yeah.
doing a great job during the mini
We had
kiss
fun
episode.
there.
That was a lot
Hey,
of
what
fun.
happened to Lynn Coplitz, by the way?
She's doing stand. You know,
She's
everyone's
great,
doing
man.
their own thing in the meantime.
And I was on with Mini Kiss when they
that
kicked
was
you,
the
when
one.
he kicked you in the nuts.
And we bought you a van.
That's right. That was a great show.
So if you want to check out the, if you want to subscribe, go to iTunes. You can and type in the Paulie Z Show, or go to thepauliezshow.com. If you want to email me, fan mail, it's yopaulie@thepauliezshow.com. And
Hey, wait a second. You stole
and
that.
Twitter. What? Oh wait, Twitter /
Hey, wait a second.
ZO2Paulie.
I just picked
ZO2Paulie.
this up.
What?
Yo, Paulie.
What?
Did you just steal my brother's line?
No, he never said Yo Paulie.
All the
Oh,
time.
wait a second. Oh, we did.
Yeah, Paulie's his brother-in-law.
No. This is
Hey,
different.
yo,
Hold on.
Paulie.
Hold on. He
Dude.
says Yo Paulie. I say,
You
wait,
say yo, Paulie.
in the email.
Fucking, you plagiarist. I can't believe it.
No, but his Paulie is not with an IE. It's a Y, I think, so I'd be okay in court. See?
No, but like,
Listen,
it's like...
don't mess with a Jew. don't
But you want to go to court?
Wait a second. My client is with an IE.
You schmuck.
His Paulie is with a Y. Case closed.
Case
I'm out.
closed. Hey.
And on that note, everybody, thank you so much.
All
We'll
right.
see you next time. Part 2 of my West Coast podcast. Later.
Yo.
She's in love with the radio. She's in love with the radio. She's in love with the radio. Oh, she's in love.
What do you see out there?
I don't know, man. My Les Paul's burning up. What the fuck? Okay, here we go. Here we go.